For a second, I thought I've already started. I was still testing. I actually don't even remember like when I hit start. I was still testing, and I realized, wait, I started. It's because for Disco Elysium, I actually like turn on tracking, which is sometimes painful, physically and mentally. Because my camera has this really delicate cable, and like, if anything touches it, I just gets unplugged. And then my computer lags a whole bunch because it's trying to find this camera that's apparently unplugged, and then I have to unplug it and replug it back in. Technically, maybe I could make it better, because I do have this like, well, somewhere I have this USB extender, USB port, a thing like a USB thing I plug in, and then it has 4 more slots. But I don't know if like extending the cable is like the solution. It might be though, but I think the more middlemen there are, the laggier it gets. It's like I think it becomes a longer file path, so it goes like to get to the webcam, to get to the webcam from the computer, you have to go like to the port and then to the webcam, and then every other additional like middleman, it's another step, and it gets laggier. Or at least that's what I've heard. It's one of the reasons why I only do wired things. I heard somewhere that like wireless things are just slower because it takes longer for the signals to reach and everything. So I'm all wired. Also, I was wondering why, Mary. Can't see me meeting you here. I didn't think I'd see you here. So I was wondering what I was supposed to do because I was hoping today would be the day I find my gun. Well, it's not like you missed much. I was just talking about how like one of the reasons why Disco Elysium starts slower is because I enjoy Disco Elysium enough to actually turn on tracking. It's a special occasion enough for me, but it's really painful because my camera has a really delicate cable, and if anything touches it, I lose tracking. And then my computer lags a whole bunch because it's trying to find the camera, but it's unplugged. And I have to like take a moment to fix it and everything. But it seems like today it's working really smoothly. Yeah, if I nudge my keyboard tray, it's probably gonna hit the cable. So yeah, I was hoping to get my gun today, but I think I still have like quite a bit of time to go. Maybe it'll happen today, depending on like how much time I consume doing things. You know, I got the idea of this thing.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
So, since I got the password like from the other guy, maybe that's the same password for this. So maybe I can try that now.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Or maybe it's gonna look like another failed login attempt.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
I still can't get over how she says Fortress Occident. Like, that pronunciation has been in my head so much, I kept on thinking it was Occident with an O. But that's just an accent.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Let's try the password for that production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Yeah. It was worth a try.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Print.
With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Read the printout.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
I read about capital, I want to know about money.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished.
Gosh, where do they get all this money? That's a lot of Wompty Dumpty Dum centers.
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
The workforce, who worked there and how long?
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts.
I'm glad I noticed that little trick where the color of the continue button determined when the skill was going to speak up. It lets me snipe those things easier.
And a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations.
What's Pyrrolidon?
Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists?
Wait, why did a radio game need so many artists? I guess maybe music counts as artists, so they needed a bunch of sound people.
It didn't.
It didn't need so many concept artists?
No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules.
I don't know what counts as an unprofessional sleep schedule.
One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good.
Let's skim through the production schedule, whatever it is.
The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Because of the concept artists?
Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches.
Do all writers just get panic attacks and have general anxiety? I'm starting to notice a trend.
It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't.
Oh, so they were done by their own ambition. I mean, maybe I could have bridged the gap with the, the help of a certain thought that gives you money. But no.
No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswaf Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
Oh, I could use some head. How many heads were there?
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
That's a lot of head. How many combinations could you make out of that? Good thing I got my logic skills or whatever. That would probably be a logic check, but I don't know.
Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Oh yeah, I probably got the skills for it. Yeah, how bad could it be? Hang on. I need to get my calculator. Calculator. So let's see. I don't even know the calculation. I just pulled out the calculator because it makes me feel smart. I just typed in 10,000 squared. And it gave me 100 million. So, okay. Oh, there's more. Keep going. Is this gonna do damage to me? Like, cause I'm thinking too hard?
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight against his chest.
Is this gonna take a bunch of time? I know I said I need to do something that takes a bunch of time, but I didn't think it'd be this. Uh, I think the calculation is just wrong because I don't think, like, I don't think this is an actual number. Let's see. This couldn't possibly be an actual number because I can count to Google and theoretically I can count to one Google duplex. And one Google duplex is one Google's. If I remember right, one Google is a 100-digit number. So A calculator time. I could probably just calculate 100 squared in my head. So I think I'll... Wait, no. I got on. One Google duplex is... One Google duplex has... One Google digits. So... I don't think I can conceptualize this for you, but you get the idea. One Google digits. In which case, this is probably not actually it. Keep going. Uh, some,
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop?
I don't want to break the computer because I kind of want to keep that filament thing, and I don't want it to break. What if I just let the numbers wash over me? I've already come this far. Okay, that's a bunch of...
And that's it.
Okay, so what did the men?
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
This must be the anomaly that's been mentioned in the church log.
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air?
When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
Wasn't there a copy of the game, like a backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
It's not very convincing, is it? Did you just steal it?
Her former colleagues would agree with you.
I wonder if I could find it and then I can, like, fund this game. Is there anything else from this lead programmer?
The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Read the notes at the end.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Sombrun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye.
So this must be Suna.
Sanbrun 1147. That's what the street sign next to the church said.
Alright, tear the print off and throw it away.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow.
Take the protection schedule.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
I'm surprised I didn't lose like 2 hours by thinking about all those numbers. Well, that's a thing. And it took like no time at all. Now I gotta figure out what else to do. I can lift that thing and injure myself. Actually, what are the odds that I successfully lift that thing and not injure myself?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Yeah, it's not actually that bad. I could even boost it some more, but I'm gonna save that. Because I'm gonna guess lifting that thing is gonna make me feel good, and then I'm gonna get a morale heal. So if something makes me sad, I'm going to lift that weight. Does this kid have anything to say?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more?
No. What else is on my list? I don't know if I have any more like quests. Although, I'm pretty sure my odds of this are pretty bad, which is why I was waiting.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Another time. I think there was something I wanted to do with Evrart, but I don't quite remember. Also, you know what? Why don't I just buy the shoes?
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Unless I just walk away again.
You should go over and ask him about paying for those sneakers with your net worth.
Can I get like a discount or something?
The speakers below.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Thanks, Swampy.Beyond Center. You're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that you're from Sea Guy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
You're welcome. I do try to be supportive of other people and their cultures.
That's so cool, officer. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur by buying some pens and glasses?
They even sell bands.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
I mean, why not? I'm probably going to, like, make back the money today anyway. I bet. I'll take those shoes.
Super cool! Now the premium lifestyle is yours, officer.
The sneakers seem to vibrate in your hands with an almost mystical energy.
If I, like, end off today with more than $200, then I'm gonna say it was worth it. Like, I just made it all back. Might as well put them on. I lose one encyclopedia, but I probably have enough. This thing.
Keep coming back! That's good, officer! Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy.
Why not? It's $4. Everything.
Prepare for springtime, right?
Does he like me better because I'll buy all his stuff?
Everything still.
Also these glasses, but I'm not gonna.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Give me those shades you recommended. Those clearly awful shades.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
I mean, I'm too sensible for those. I at least want to look at them. See, I want a picture of them. See what they look like. So then I can decide. Yeah, I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Okay, what do they look like? What do they do? Okay, yeah, I don't need those. I've seen, like, the way those shades are in real life. They're not great. And they're very uncomfortable. I think, aren't those the ones that, like, dentists give you? Like, when they shine the light on your face, and they give you those shades so they don't blind you? Have I done anything here? There's probably nothing here, but...
A lorry abandoned by the smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. You close the rusty old...
Okay, I just wanted to check. This maybe there was something new since I've heard about Ruby. You know, what about this guy? You have anything new?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
At that Weasel I visited, turns out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Should probably go like across the waterlock. See if there's anything new. Also, those stairs are like deceptively angled, because I try to walk on them like diagonally, because the direction is down to the right. But when I do that, it just puts you back up the stairs, and what you're supposed to do is just walk straight to the right, which I only realized last time. This worst case, I could probably read a book. Although I don't know if Kim's gonna let me, because that's gonna pass a bunch of time. And we got stuff to do. I've been in here before. Probably not, considering there's money on the floor. What else there is to do? Oh.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Isn't this what I needed for the karaoke? Get hold of a sad song on tape. Sure.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press my ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses.
Thanks, Wompty Dumpty Dome Center.
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What's that now? Oh, you're gonna be Gart?
Gart, you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Oh, that's one pretty big goal. Although, I feel like I kind of emptied out the whirling in rags. Because I already made Lena and Morel leave, so they're not gonna be there to hear like my
The trap
masterpiece.
is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy.
And I also made Joyce leave. I feel like I'm making everyone just leave. So I didn't think I'd be able to like actually do this so soon. I thought singing karaoke would be like the last thing you do, like at the end of the game. I didn't think you could just find it.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
You know what? This probably isn't gonna get any better than this. I wonder if I should just do this. I mean, maybe I can get a whole bunch of bonuses. And Joyce is gone. There's nothing here. Maybe I can talk to Suna again that I found till I found her thing. Actually, no. I was gonna see if I can bother the kids, but I probably shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't say anything that's gonna get clipped. Where haven't I been? I don't know if the map's gonna open up even more. Like maybe there's gonna be something else. Maybe the next day. If it does open up more, it's probably gonna be like on the start of a new day or something.
The trap is filled with dead and...
Actually, weren't there supposed to be a bunch of like people come in and like trying to kill everyone? And the point of Joyce being here was so she could like talk everyone down and make them not kill everyone. And now I made Joyce leave. I wonder how that's gonna play out. When I watched your playthrough, I don't think I saw Joyce do anything about that. At least I don't really remember. Guess these traps don't do anything now.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of...
What I might do is I might just walk along the whole edge, see if I missed anything. I already inspected this last time, and it was empty.
The dome-shaped plastic...
I think I tried talking to... what's your name? What was the bookkeeper's name? I know what it was, but I don't remember. Well, the bookkeeper. Did I do anything here? I'm pretty sure I already did everything here, considering this is where I got the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. That's now a core memory. I already messed with the phone. Did you ever see that old TV show? I think it was called The Wonder Pets. And every time they would have like that theme song about the phone. That's what I think about whenever someone says like a phone. I've already been here. I think what I'm probably gonna do is walk along the entire edge of the map. See if there's anything new. Because I'm starting to suspect that I've looked at everything there is to look at currently. Let's just kidding. I thought that was an unopened box. Can I even go to these in like a investigation? The boardwalk and the island. Well, it'll probably like give me a thing. I know how to get to the island.
Yes, what is it?
Nothing. This looks like a hole. Can I not walk through this? Or anything there?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
I feel like I failed this last time, so I really want to secure that. There's probably something that gives me that. Probably. They really should have made like some sort of sorting feature. That might be the only thing I have. But you know, I need my encyclopedia hat. I guess I could. Like, I could put the, I swap them around, or I can swap them around. Alright? At your request, I'm sorting this myself. Temporarily. Putting all the good things at the top. Yeah, that's enough sorting.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
I think I'm gonna get enough sorting like when I play Satisfactory today, because I think I'm at the stage of the game where it's all about sorting and like connecting things so neatly together. Like I've showed you. That cube I showed you yesterday, I was so proud of that. I spent like 3 hours designing that thing, and it's an absolute masterpiece. And today, like after I woke up, I went on and I went to like improve it. And then I realized I should probably eat my breakfast because I'm gonna play Disco Elysium today. So I did. I hastily finished my breakfast and hopped on Disco Elysium after thinking of the most brilliant stream title, which hopefully I get to make come to fruition today. 82%. That's pretty good, right?
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Can I get a translation?
After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Maybe that's where Suna got our password from. Also, thanks Encyclopedia and the Wompy Dumpty Dom Center. Tenant, this used to say afterlife, death, after...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why is that?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Not very feminine.
Not at all.
Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
Normally I would complain about not being able to wave my flashlight around, but in this particular screenshot, I don't think I need my flashlight because it's already so bright.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, Theriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
Check out this mosaic.
Unknown.
Unknown? That Pokemon sucks.
A motor carriage? A gunshot? Someone falling into it? Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break? The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
I don't think there's anything new in here because I already expected everything. I kind of wish I didn't arrest the music people, because that seemed like a pretty abrupt end to like their whole quest line. You know, maybe that's why I had nothing to do, because like I got rid of them and I sent them away, and now I have nothing to do. I just thought it was funny that like I said I was gonna like evict them, and then they begged me to let them stay, and then I said okay, I'll let them stay, and then I still had the option to get the I still had the option to arrest them. I thought it was funny after I agreed to let them stay, so I did that instead.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, if I don't find anything, if I just circle the whole island, then I'm gonna just read.
Just dead and dying locust.
I hope I can fast travel from here, but I kinda doubt it. I think what I've noticed is that I can only fast travel, like, from other fast travel points. So I can't just, like, teleport where I want to go. I need a boat to get there. I wonder if I can borrow a boat from Lillian or something. You know what? I have nothing else to do. Why don't I go ask Lillian on that date, even though Kim's here? It's not gonna get any better, I don't think. Yeah, after I circle around. I was half surprised that, like, when I arrested those people, just nothing came of it at all. Like, Kim didn't say anything. I told Soon about it, and she was like, huh, okay. I don't remember if you passed the date check with Lillian. I think you might have, but I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't think this collision would be as interesting as I find it. What if I talk to the kids again? They certainly don't have anything new for me, but what if?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
Children are stupid. Am I saying that to them, or am I saying it to Kim? Or am I saying it to myself? If I'm saying it to myself or Kim, then yeah, I'll probably pick it. But if I say it to them, then yeah, I'll probably say it. They deserve to know. Is little Lily your sister? Went to the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's very stupid. See, they know it.
You're stupid.
I have a gun. I mean, I don't have any bullets and it doesn't work, but I have a gun. You know, I'll be back for these kids. Bye. So intellectually stimulating.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
This is as good as it gets. Alright, 3%. I don't even know what a fail looks like.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
I didn't even get halfway. Uh... It's either one or two. I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you, because you're a woman.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
Okay. Well, at least I didn't take damage or anything. Hey Kim, do you want to try?
Yes?
You know what? I never exhausted that one dialogue option with Kim. Maybe I'll just do that. I wanted to like go to the Whirling Rags. At least that place has some decent music. Because I imagine that dialogue option is probably going to take some time, which is exactly what I want. So might as well get some music, which is definitely going to get copyrighted and upload to VOD, because it always does. I'm pretty sure we checked last time that I do have streamer mode on. What about these people? Do they have anything at all? I doubt it.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Let's talk about the Hangman again.
Okay, why not? Let's do the whole thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
Uh, okay, the person who was shot, hanged. May have been shot by the person who made it look like he was hanged. I must have already picked this and picked like the most sensible option. What if I just go in reverse and get even like less and less sensible?
A cover-up, while the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
I know, right? But what's the motive?
You don't have a motive? Then the double cover-up seems too neat.
Yeah, hey, why am I telling you these things?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Yes? What is it?
You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
I just want to do my job, that's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two, is making her uncomfortable.
You have a blue uniform and mine's black. What does that mean?
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
What was with that, sir? She's a woman. That's how women speak to men. With respect.
You called me sir. Why? Then you're old? Can't believe I got sirred. Again.
Well, I guess
Cut the shit. Every second you stand here running your mouth, the case grows colder.
Okay. Can't believe I got sirred.
Yes?
I might as well exhaust this dialogue option. I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Okay, I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
What's wrong with personal affairs?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Thanks, Swampy Dumpy Dom Center. So, what should I concentrate on?
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles.
I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
No. We can.
Yes?
Okay. Well, I guess now I have something to do. Whatever a Lazareth is. I'm guessing that's probably like the doctor or something, the police doctor.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I think one time I heard in high school that apparently the police and military have like their own version of every career. So like every normal career, the military has like a military version of it. So like cook, janitor, hairstylist, everything. And I just think to my friend like, I bet they're military porn stars. And I mean, no one's told me they aren't. I wonder if they're military. Okay, they're definitely military VTubers. That's gotta be a thing. I've never seen one, but that seems like, well, it's not obscure enough to be that rare. Well, I haven't seen one yet. Pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Space connected to Station 41's Lazareth.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
I was told to call the Lazareth. People are worried about me.
Oh, it's you.
Is there anything you can do for me? You know who I am?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yeah, I want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
I have some magnesium, probably.
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
Thanks, Encyclopedia. And Wumpy Dumpty Dom Center. You know who I am? I'm the police.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
Sure, but can you tell me about myself, as in who I am?
Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
I think I've had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Sort of, but by God does it burn in your chest.
Yes.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
I've lost my memory, all of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
Not surprised. Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you, or doesn't care.
Doc, someone broke my heart.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a disease. People live through it all the time. You should be happy for her.
Wait, do you know who this person was? Have I told you?
You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am not. I am a medical professional with a constant idiot emergency on my hands.
You hear someone whine in the background. My eye, Doc, my eye.
Guess that's it for now.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
No.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a
Well, that. I have 9 skill points. I wonder like how many skill points I could stack up. Because like any skill I would need to put a point in and try, I can like put 1 point in. So that's not gonna do a whole lot. Actually, once I get finished with this stop, maybe I could get rid of another one and pick a better one. Okay, I might just like try and read a book soon.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Okay. I think there is a chance I get that above 3%. I get some empathy. Which, I don't think I have any plus empathy things, but I do have some negative empathy things. Oh. There. +1 empathy. +1 empathy. Can't believe I actually have this many things. Although I guess I kind of believe because I just picked up every single clothing item possible. So it kind of makes sense. Oh. Yeah, it's actually not bad. I just put on a different shirt. Their empathy. That's actually decent.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Alright, this is better.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I hope I didn't like just miss one plus empathy thing. But man, I want to know about your soul.
Cool. We all want to know each other's woes and all. But people, man, they have slippery souls.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Damn. Well.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you...
You know what? Why don't we go purchase a book? Oh, I remember. Her name is Plaisance. I remember now.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
What if I want to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go! Get back there. The books await you.
What type of books did you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Okay.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
I just have to put my armor in case, like, I get sad.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyamdal somewhere. This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
Storkip, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyamdal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
I like two of those things. I like epic narratives. And violence. Dead woman. Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyamdalaman, the Man from Hyamdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
It looks through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Hyamdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyamdal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyamdal, Return to Hyamdal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyamdal and the Hyamdal Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyamdal and the Sages at the End of the World. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat gamebook set in the world of Heimdallaman, and so much more.
Is this what book shopping is like? I'm pretty sure I have a pain threshold thing. In addition to my armor. +1. I think I need another +1. Okay. That's probably enough to do it.
The display rack is brimming with... This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
Alright, this is as good as it gets.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
The man from Heimdall?
Between the throne and the Heimdallaman lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil women? That's a plus. That's a good thing.
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. It's symbolic of vice and sin. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Maybe today I'm just gonna like spend all my money. I wonder if there's anything else.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
What's all the crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
Yeah, good, because you can only be fucking smart. Can't do that stupid.
You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Note, reading about Dick Mullen would not actually make you a better detective.
Do it this way.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing. Let me just grab a drink of water.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen.
That didn't take very long.
A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns.
I think I'm just gonna go buy that Devil Woman book.
Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. Wait a minute. All this told us nothing about who Dick Mullen actually is.
I buy reaction speed. That's why I bought those shoes. And this hat. I think that's probably the only thing I have for reaction speed. I think that's it.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposed your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
How much do you bet I actually had one more thing to boost reaction speed, and I just didn't find it? I need to know now. It's a minus reaction speed. I don't think I did have anything, so I can probably rest easy knowing that I didn't mess it up again. I didn't unredeem myself. I'm just gonna buy like that book.
The display rack is... This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
I want to buy Man from Here Down the Devil Woman.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
Cool. Now can I just... I'm half expecting Kim's not even gonna let me read it, because he's gonna say we have a case to solve and we have work to do. But might as well. Might as well try it.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Helmdall Man.
The back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, Man from Helmdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Helmdall can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Helmdall be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?
And just flip through the book.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Helmdall, wielding his two Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms whirling like windmills are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. It calls out to you. This is the spirit of Revachol.
Let's give this a chance.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Helmdalla tribe. From the village of Helmdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Okay, I think that is eating up some time, because I think I just saw like the hour tick by. I need to watch for 22. Give me more.
Man from Helmdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
Onward.
The steel muscles of Man from Helmdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid Northlands he calls home.
Holy shit, this is so me. Really get into the book. When do I get to the hot woman?
A passage reads, The man from Hjelmdal looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Hjelmdal will never succumb to your seductive wiles.
I love Kim's just standing there watching me read this book. I'm not even sitting down, because he won't let me sit down.
Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Hjelmdal, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, I have grand plans for you, man from Hjelmdal. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Hjelmdal. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct. This is beyond primitive.
Wow, this is epic.
In the final pages, man from Hjelmdal mounts Galavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Hjelmdal and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
I should go buy another book. Does it act? Are there actually a chain of books that you can buy?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks. This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
Seen one from before. Can I ask Plaisance about it?
Hello again, esteemed officer.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for...
Okay, I guess I'm spending all the money today.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks. This is entirely, completely you.
I want to buy the
You have
Hjelmdal
found
Man
the
book.
right books.
Oh yes, certainly. Another good sale.
And then walk back out to the front door of the Whirling in Rags, where I don't go in, I just stand right in front of the door and read a book.
The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Hjelmdal, standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His two Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest in a dramatic X, their blades dripping with gore.
Seems over the top.
Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters, the title, Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal, unfurls like a banner. In the foreground, a nearly nude woman lies spread in supplication, her privates strategically covered by her flowing black hair. Naked women and giant swords, is that really the best they could come up with? Feels formulaic and derivative.
Sounds good to me. Look at the back cover.
The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Hjelmdal saga. Meet man from Hjelmdal, his faithful blood brother Tyribald, the noble Lord Hrothgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet, for the Northlands, for Hjelmdal. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Hjelmdal and the Necromancer's Treasure, Man from Hjelmdal, Lord of Hrothgar, and Man from Hjelmdal, the Curse of Nacht Hera. A brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money, by splicing together old stories under a new title.
And the publishers must have a dim view of their readership.
Their main concern is the continuation of the franchise, not making literary history.
Read the first couple of pages.
The story opens in media res. The man from Heimdall and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering whites, led by the deathless necromancer. One by one, the brave Northmen fall to the relentless crush of undead, only to join their number as reanimated corpses. By nightfall, only the man from Heimdall and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Tyribald cries, as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated comrades.
Wow, they're in trouble now.
9, Tyribald. The man from Heimdall bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage for the Northlands. For Heimdall. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear, whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, he plows through the ranks of the deathless, surrounding the necromancer.
Is this where the ice beverage came from?
The writer has never held a sword in their life, let alone two two-handed swords at the same time.
Maybe he's just really strong.
It is physically impossible for a human being to effectively dual-wield Zweihander swords in any kind of real-life combat situation.
Hang on. Okay, I believe a Zweihander is 2 meters long. I conveniently have a measuring tape. And yeah, that's some distance. Having 2 of these, one in each hand, it'll be challenging, but maybe this is a work of fiction and it just works like that.
And with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the 2 Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floors.
Keep ahead.
A few chapters later, the man from Heimdall and Tyribald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert, riding a pair of griffins that always seem to appear at narratively convenient moments. This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting, though something tells you coherence was never the point. The Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The old king beseeches the man from Heimdall to rid his kingdom of the Nachtherra, a subterranean clan of blind wizards who traded their souls for demonic powers. The man from Heimdall extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not budge.
I was kind of hoping the book would skip ahead time faster. Like, it's going. I'm getting through the day, but I thought it'd be like hour by hour. Which I guess maybe I could just reread the books if I want to skip more time. Now, why is the man from PM not doing any of this?
What do you mean?
Why is he doing all of this?
Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Heimdall. Because his noble Cutland blood lusts for glory and conquest. It cannot be denied.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all?
Is there anything else to his character?
He is the man from Hyundal, forged in the fury of battle. Death was his sire, and blood his dam. He had but 14 winters when he left his frigid homelands in Cutler to seek glory and honor. That is his character. He doesn't even have a real name. What is inside this man? Or is muscle and bone all he is? Hey, nothing wrong with muscle and bone. The point is, why should you care about this character? Does he have any inner conflicts? Unspoken motivation? A tragic flaw, perhaps?
Exactly, where's the tension inside him?
He is the wildest man alive. The only mortal strong enough to wield the twins Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, whose names mean storm and...
Yes, I get that, but he's strong and has big swords, but why should I care about his character?
What are you, a book critic?
Actually, yes, I'm a goddamn art cop.
Enough. You're ruining the pacing of the story. Now where did you leave off? Ah, yes. What pacing? You skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts, as well as the long and perilous journey from Hrothgar's keep to the ancient forest of Yesdar, where our heroes infiltrate the Nachtherre's dire hall. In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which a pair of Nachtherre are disemboweling a shrieking peasant, an unholy rite that empowers the Nachtherre forbidden magic. As the vile ceremony ends, the sound of steel unsheathing draws the Nachtherre's attention to a pair of cloaked figures standing in the doorway. Swiftly, the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Hyundal and his valiant blood brother, Tyribald.
Well, yeah, who else would it be?
In an instant, the Nachtherre summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush our heroes. The hall fills with the clang of blades and the screams of the dying as the floor goes slick with steaming orcanoid viscera. Oh, for fuck's sake. When the din of battle settles, only the man from Hyundal and Tyribald remain standing. Exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes, the two Northmen confront the foul Nachtherre. The man from Hyundal's soda-like blue eyes fill with indescribable fury. For the Northlands, he cries, rushing headlong into a desperate melee.
You gotta be kidding me.
What?
This is almost exactly the same as the first scene. Even the word gibbering is used twice.
In the first scene, the man from Hyundal fought a powerful necromancer and his army of the dead. Now he's confronting a pair of Nachtherre and their horde of orcanoid thralls. The two couldn't be further apart.
Okay, fine. What happens next?
An excellent question. One easily answered by purchasing the next thrilling chapter in the Hyundalaman saga, Hyundalaman at the Gates of Tomorrow. The last page of this one merely reads, "To be continued." Considering the sheer amount of different Hyundalaman books out there, it's very unlikely you're ever gonna find the sequel. The man from Hyundal stares at you on the cover, his face fixed in grim resolve.
Well, pick him.
Yes?
I just want to consult him like for everything. I read a book and I want to ask his opinion, but of course that's not an option. Guessing, like, not gonna find anything more here.
The display rack is brimming with... This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
I'll through again.
Rows and rows of Hyundalamen blur your vision. You
I
met
never
the
mind.
display rack before.
I need to hear all that again. I'm pretty sure I already had like another book in my inventory. I don't remember what time like I started off reading books, but I thought they'd pass a lot more time. think I have a couple more books. Let's try this one.
The face of King Fleecell smiles at you. For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling's all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Now tell me more about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Kanajinsky is well into his third decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness. Don't forget the moustache.
Thanks, Encyclopedia and the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center. I get a 10th of a level every time Wompty Dumpty Dum Center triggers.
Right, like all Samaran men above the age of 40, President Kanajinsky wears a truly spectacular walrus moustache.
Wait, now let's get back to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases woman, against one bear. Two competitors, one ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively. This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chette.
Not sure I trust these numbers.
What are you, a statistician? Did the moral intern send you on a fact-finding mission? This is the SRV party line, comrade.
Hey Kim, do you think there's any chance of our case taking us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to partake in a bear fight.
I suppose that would be something to see.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I don't think this actually skips time. I think it's just like a flavor book. You can just read for a normal amount of time. What is Kunst and Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. Why they decided to title this one section in Valda is beyond you. Obviously because it's cool to drop random phrases in foreign languages. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Read the profile of CS. Also thanks to Encyclopedia, and it won't be down center.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Now let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney.
Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top? Also, I think time is skipping a bit forward now.
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Yeah, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms. More than that, they're likely anagrams.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Well, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Hey Kim, did you know that Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
I wonder what else is just a metaphor for life under capitalism.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Yeah, I think I have one more book. 16 Days of Coldest April.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Feels heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead.
How long is this book anyway?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long.
That's not too bad, actually. I once read a 700-page book, because one time I was on a car ride that took, like 7 hours. And on that day, I think I read, the entire 700-page book. Does that mean I read 100 pages an hour? Is that a reasonable number? 100 pages an hour. How many pages is that a minute? No, I'm trying to remember, are the numbers right? So that would be like 1.6 pages a minute. Okay, that is pretty fast. I mean, maybe I get into that. Also, it probably helped that the book wasn't all text. So like, oftentimes there'd be like a good portion of the page just had like a picture on it or art or something. So that was probably why. So it's not just like text after text after text. So yeah.
Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Look at the back cover.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Start reading.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugograd riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature.
Thanks, Swampy Top Town Center. I'm thinking I might actually put on like the encyclopedia glasses, because I have a pair of glasses that gives you +2 encyclopedia. So why not just max out the encyclopedia checks for the money?
As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
What happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? Fuck it. Do it. It can't be worse than what you've already felt.
I think so. Because I think some checks only show up if you have enough in the skill. Because otherwise, like, it just keeps going. You read 10 more pages. I have some pain threshold. Read more.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
A woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
Just terrible.
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret. Good stuff. I fucking loved this.
Put the book away. Good time for a save. I don't think I saved manually yet today, considering the number of autosaves in between. Well, at least now I get to use that that weight, if it's still open. Alright, it was physical instrument, right?
The barbell waits patiently on...
Alright, physical instrument. I probably have some things. I just have to find them. That's the hard part. It's just +1 physical instruments. Although, if I put that on, it's probably gonna kill me, isn't it? Because it's gonna take away my morale. There, just do a little quick swap and have a mini heart attack. Physical instrument. Surely that can't be the only physical instrument thing I have. But it might be. Well, a 50-50 track would probably be fitting. Same thing. Same slot at least. Okay.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Okay. This is either gonna go really well or really badly.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Oh yeah.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Good technique.
Nice. I'm glad I passed that, because if I didn't pass that, I probably would have taken physical damage and died. But thankfully it worked. Can I reread books?
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged.
Let's
You
the book
open
again.
the book to a random page. His arms,
Okay, it
whirling
does
like
work.
windmills, are soaked with the blood of his. It calls out to you. This is the spirit of Revachol.
Pretty heroic.
Berserker rage burns in his
more.
azure-hued eyes. Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded
Onwards.
The steel
We're just gonna
muscles of man
skip
from
through time.
Heimdall gleam in the humid. A passage reads, "The man from Heimdall looks up. His eyes blue. Thine spells.
We're just gonna skip through.
This is beyond primitive.
Kept hoping it'd get better, but the writing is terrible and repetitive.
What do you even know about literature? Have you ever read a book in your life?
Excuse me, I know a thing I do about critical analysis and art.
Write a thesis. Man from Heimdall is done with you.
I put the book away. You know what? Him's probably not gonna let me play again, but what if I just play the board game again with him?
The suzerainty box is heavy and slightly awkward in your hands. You open
Components.
up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens.
Put the
You
components
hold
away.
the open.
Yeah, I don't have the option. My armor back on. Okay, just a couple more hours. I'm kind of curious. What happens if you just pass through all the Disco Elysium days and don't do anything? I'm kind of curious what happens. If I read this book again, is it gonna hurt me again? Yeah, I have 2 hours to go. I wonder if Kuno has anything to say.
Kuno care?
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't.
I bet that'd be fun. Although, you're probably gonna run out of money. So you're probably going to need, like, money. Okay, let's kill 2 more hours. I'm not gonna do it like this run.
The edges of the pages
To
are
the book
worn.
again.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Hjelmdal, wielding his 2 Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination.
I'll probably figure them out eventually if I ever do that.
His arms whirling, it calls out to you. This is the spirit of the
What's the
edges
book?
of the pages.
I got a breakthrough imminent.
The Insulindian miracle. It's easy. You know the poem by heart because you were taught it at school. It is one of the Volta Dolmar mantras repeated on the voyage that lead to the discovery of the Insulindian Isola. And the words mean, nothing will be changed about the light. Colors like gray and brown, all printed on top of each other. I found a blank white spot. All the others looked up. What a beautiful day. What beautiful weather. But all I heard was the printing machine. What strange words to celebrate a new world.
Alright, what do I get from this? All white checks unlocked. Sure. I mean, is that it? Is that the only thing I get? Well, that does mean I can go ask Lady Down again. Well. Okay, if anything, I should probably get rid of that first, because I think this does absolutely nothing. Although, why don't I go to Ask Lillian?
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
Wait.
Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
But this is a white check. All white checks unlocked. If this didn't get unlocked.
Waves are beginning to die down.
Okay. Well, time to flip through the book again.
The edges of the pages are. You open the book to a random page. His arm, it calls out to you.
Give it a chance.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eye. Man from Hjelmdal rides on a gilded griffin. His golden, the steel muscles of man from Hjelmdal gleam in the humid jungle air.
So
a
me.
passage reads, the man from Hjelmdal looks up. His eyes blue as the mount thine spells. I have grand plans for you. This is beyond primitive. What do you even know about literature? Have
Maybe.
you ever read a book in your life?
I don't know.
Man from Hjelmdal has no time for illiterates. The book is done with you.
I flip through the book again.
You
We're almost
open the
there.
book to a random page. His arms work. It calls out to you.
Let's give it a chance.
This berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings Gloria. The edges of the
Does it have to be like past 22 or?
Yes?
I guess it does have to be past. Okay, do I have anything to kill 5 minutes easily? I guess I could flip through the book lightly.
The edges of the pages
the
are
book
worn.
lightly.
You open the book. His arms whirling like it calls out
Close
to
the book.
you. The edges of the pages.
So, past the fishing village until I see the boardwalk.
Yes?
I guess it's time to get my gun. Past the fishing village. Like, past it in what direction? I guess I'll go to the left. I'll probably see them, like, they're just standing out here somewhere. Boardwalk. Where's the boardwalk? I'm guessing it's like that dock I saw where the guy tripped and fell. The old fish market. I have a map of that. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Like, past the fishing village in what direction? Oh, that's probably them. Gotta get up to them. I should probably save too, just in case it goes horribly wrong. My light. The American wear my police outfit. There. Alright. Moment of truth. You can.
Yes?
Nothing. Alright. Mr. Everett's gonna help me find my gun.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
That's my gun.
Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
It's just a standard flashlight, ma'am. Calm down.
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer, under duress! Officer, under duress!
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous.
I'm not moving. Although I'm gonna move my flashlight. What are they gonna do about that?
Suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. Officer, administer street justice at our own peril. That one extra lick with a baton or extra knee strike above was what was actually required. Suspect is under control. Suspect is under control.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
70%? I have a 72% chance to just get my gun. Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's a goddamn police shitbag. Hug the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance. Suspect at large. Get on the ground.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot. Big red key. Big red key.
Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
Thanks, Womdy Center. I feel like this might set her off. So, I might just have to take the chance. 72% hand-eye coordination. Oh, while you were in the ad, I considered like changing my clothes to get a better chance. I figured hand-eye coordination would be like what I needed, but I forgot one piece. Pretty good chances. Time to get my gun.
She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights.
Okay, critical failure.
Host almighty, don't count on that. You saw the Binoclad can't shoot for shit.
I mean, I critically failed this. Gun, I'm coming. I'm going for it. If this goes horribly, I'm just gonna reload. Actually, I probably don't want to count on reloading. No, I know myself. I know I'm gonna fail.
Sure, you're you. But how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
You know what I thought? I thought maybe, like, I could give them that rifle I had. Like, maybe I can trick them into a trade or something. Go for the gun. I'm coming.
Suicide by cop. Split-second decision. Eat lead, scumbag.
Do I get, like, a check? Like, reaction speed to jump out of the way or something?
Oh my god. In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick up my gun.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
I got my gun.
This limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is grinding to a halt. Tired of walking the desert, it doesn't want to feel or think anymore.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes comes to visit me.
I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you. Gently touch your shoulder. I'm just gonna check the 2 points. Sorry, cop. Whatever. I have empathy, right? Yeah, I have -1 empathy.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8, and loneliness.
Huh. Well, I sure am glad I don't have a gun. Dementia will do that. Yeah, neurodegenerative disease. I know exactly what that looks like.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Sure. Titus sounds like the man for the job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, cause it's late and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone? She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more?
Good that sometimes are most dire. I'll keep them in my pocket for now.
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them? Do.
Pick up the RCM cap.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
Maybe, probably. You know me.
It's your hat.
Nice. Confiscate the narcotics. Wink.
You take the vial of Pyrrolidon and the bottle of speed as evidence, obviously. She didn't consume them. She didn't look high. She confiscated them, a little like you are doing now.
You're taking those, are you?
Fine, you take them then. Whatever convinces them I'm not going to consume this stuff. You take them then.
Thank you. I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case.
I haven't consumed a single substance. What are you talking about? Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Haven't consumed a single substance. I don't know what Kim was talking about. How's the hat look? I like my encyclopedia hat better.
Yes?
Nothing. You know, it's been a while since I've seen any tear. I could probably place the bag with my gun. I hope I can just carry this. I have no bullets anyway, do I?
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
My hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. A Villiers 9mm pistol, where Insulindian steel meets Revachol craftsmanship. With it thou would protect the fair people of thine homeland and keep the visitors at check.
Nice. Okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go back to the Whirling in Rags and tell Titus about the thing. Or maybe I should do karaoke first. Because then maybe he's gonna leave if I take too much time. Or another save.
Hey, was there something you needed?
I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man. You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Why do you even have the PA system if no one's gonna use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a problem. It's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I pay my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
He's lying, but whatever. You don't really need his lame tracks.
It's alright. I have my own song with me. Give him the tape for the smallest trick in Saint Sens.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Yeah, look at go. It's just me, my flashlight, and this gun.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Goodbye. Alright. Too bad Lena and Morel aren't here. Hey, Kim's here on the stage with me.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Okay, I'm gonna sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Let's see. Put my lips right next to the microphone. Test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
I'll look around the room first.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse. You're sweating. Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff.
Okay. My odds got worse overall. But I'm ready, guard hit play.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Okay, I would have made it anyway, even without a small bonus. Although I kind of prefer like the failed version of this.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Alright.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in San San, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
I remember you failed this check. Because I was like, I think that was when I started really paying close attention to your Disco Elysium run. When you did this and you failed this check.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
There is silence now, in the deep, where the voice came from. It has receded, to return only in dreams and nightmares. This guy really carried you.
I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi, not to Kim.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away. He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Yeah, I'm dating Kim. Maybe.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Thank you, Martinez. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Nothing. Evrart.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Yeah. Yeah, told you I dropped that shit.
It was all right. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
Nothing. This guy have anything to say?
Hi again, Gendarme.
What did this thought even do? Just like, all white checks unlocked, but they're all still locked.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Anyway, and you're talking to Titus.
The Copper NATO has
is back.
Kim, get out of my way.
What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady at the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep. Her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kuron or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Evrart's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
No, she didn't have anything in mind. Nope, not at all.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
Who was she?
Was, like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago. She was better then.
What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne Amigo LaPlante.
Fuck you, Pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes.
How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Law enforcement is a respectable occupation, sir.
Respectable professions don't shoot kids, Cerdo. They don't beat confessions out of prisoners.
I got this team cheating for saying 7 boring things. Also, that was in another timeline. This is not the timeline where I shot Kuno S.
Easy there, Al. Sit down. We got one of our own to take care of, so let's not get worked up.
Where'd she get all that cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Thanks for helping me out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Alright, I'm gonna take off now. Yeah, that seems like a good place to save. And probably call it and read out, because I gotta eat dinner. Yeah, I was gonna say, it feels like I did absolutely nothing today because like I started and then I went to I go look at the Fortress accident production schedule, and then I had no idea what I was doing, and then I just read books for like 6 hours, and then I got my gun and I sang karaoke. Do I not have any bullets? Oh, I have one bullet. I have one singular bullet. Alright, it's saved. So I wonder who's on the raid. Let's see. I think he usually either Kana or G. Are they on, do you think? Yeah, I jump scare them again. Didn't I jump scare them last time? Or is that someone else? Alien isolation. You gotta wait for a good moment. This seems like a good moment. Anyway, thanks again, mate, for stopping by again. You got to witness me getting my gun and singing karaoke, and then doing a bunch of reading. And I lifted one weight. Anyway, time to play Satisfactory and get dinner on the side.